Hello! In this video I'm going to be showing you one method, a really simple, quick method that you could use for shading and creating hair. It's not a realistic method, but if you do it right it could look really good, and it could simplify things. You could also tailor it to your style and whatever. I'm going to start using this start doing this on a basic head, so you can use your character head or just a sphere to practice or whatever. Yeah, so first you're going to want to choose a base color for your hair, and then you're going to want to block out the shape of the hair, just the basic shape. Once you've got the basic shape of your hair down, you're going to want to create a clipping layer and choose a lighter color, like a kind of highlighted color, to define the shape of the hair or the different sections. This method is using like the chunk sections to define hair, whether some methods you could use a string hair for like realistic texture. Anyways, I hope you can understand what I'm trying to say. I'm kind of sounding like gibberish right now, but so just watch. I'm using a lighter color than the kind of maroonish base I used to just show you the sections of the hair. You can do them smaller if you want more detailed hair. I do these pretty large for this video to demonstrate. Yeah. After I have the basic chunks down, I create another layer on clipping, and I start to use the airbrush with the base color in it to define those sections a bit more, and then I'll go through back to the base layer and fix up the shape to how I want it. Yep, and then I'll probably merge those layers together and add some highlights and blend the colors together a little better. So keep watching. Here I'm starting to edit the base layer. Now I've merged those three layers together, and I'm just going to keep editing, adding in the darker base color to separate those sections, and then I'll be adding some highlights, and then I'll move on to the next phase, which is basically adding some defining strands to just add some more highlight and definition to the hair. Now I'm going to use one of my brush tools with the middle flat setting and the color white to add in strand like things, you know, for like the strands of the hair that you can see. This tool can come in really handy. Right here it's at 10%, you can see. I don't know if all Sai versions have that, but it's good if you do. Otherwise, you can make it work. You'd also just do this with the pen tool with just white strands. Now I'm using the eraser tool in low opacity to erase the beginnings of those strokes because they look not good. I'm not blurring the ends because it'll just leave a white color there, and I don't like that. So I'm just using the eraser on low opacity to blend into that white strand texture color thing. Now I'm going to put this layer on Luminosity or Lumi and Shade, or whichever you prefer to have those strands kind of light up. It adds a nice illumination to the hair and a nice shininess. After you do that, you can use black and white with an airbrush to add some more illumination to the hair if you want. You can use Lumi and Shade to do that, to add more depth to it. So the lighting source here would be on the right of the screen going towards the left. So I'd have the left side in shadow more, and then the right side illuminated more. You could also use two different layers, one for black, one for white, to do the shadows and the highlights, or you know, just tailor it to your style. You can just use the techniques that I use here to do different kinds of hair. This is just really basic, kind of to show you how I do it, or how I would do this. I don't really use this. Well, I haven't used this in any of my characters yet, but I could. I'd probably do it a bit more detailed though. Here I'm just adding background color. I'm going to shade her face a little bit just to add more depth, so you can see like the full effect of the hair that I did. Almost forgot to show you the hairstyle that I did right before I decided to make this video. It's got a purplish base color and then lighter color and then the white highlights. I like this a lot better. The style fits what I like to do a lot more than the other one. It's got more a dynamic feel to it, so I would probably do it more like this if I were going to use this method for one of my characters. It's more interesting than the bland one that I'm showing you throughout this video, but it's just to get the point across. So thank you for watching.